right to a clean air and clean water, and I use that word right to clean air, not a privilege. It should not be a privilege, it should be a right, is really about our most vulnerable communities. When we talk about environmental justice, we talk about energy justice, we are talking about the fact that our most vulnerable communities are often the ones that bear the brunt of our pollution, whether that is burning of fossil fuels, diesel buses that are going through cities, and whatever else it might be. And so that is the question that's in front of us today.
I want to reassure you that when it comes to the New Jersey Green Amendment, the goal of the Green Amendment is to protect the right of the people to a clean, safe, and healthy environment. Water, air, soils, ecosystems, the climate. There is no subterfuge here. There's no ulterior motive. There's no industry or project or developer or development that anybody is seeking to go after. This is really about protecting present and future generations and the values we all get from a clean, safe, and healthy environment. In terms of the legal impact, by creating a constitutional right to a healthy environment, New Jersey will be putting in place the overarching legal obligation and guidance that will ensure that all New Jersey state government officials and local government officials prioritize environmental rights throughout the decision-making process, in the same way you prioritize those other fundamental freedoms, like speech and religion. The New Jersey Green Amendment will not set aside existing legislation and regulation that exists in the state. It will help strengthen it. It will guide its interpretation and its application, because now that existing legislation and regulation will be interpreted and applied through the lens of how do we utilize this existing legal authority to ensure we government officials are fulfilling our constitutional obligation to protect the environmental rights of the people.
We have a system in place that works well, that doesn't turn our judges into super policymakers, that doesn't let a single litigant overturn the entirety of our government. Imagine it. You could have every legislator, the governor, policymakers, 99.9% of New Jersey residents all in favor of prioritizing, you name it. But one litigant and one judge can halt that process because we have an ill-defined, overly broad amendment to our Constitution that seemingly works, seemingly offers us everything you could imagine for environmental health, but it can be easily weaponized. And we have procedural tools like the Civil Rights Act, a wonderful tool for vindicating rights here in New Jersey, indispensable, that can be quickly abused by attorneys like me. It's not that hard to think of all the mischievous activities clever lawyers and litigants can get up to, and then have their fees paid by the state for that chicanery. That's why NJCGI urges that you oppose this measure going forward. Our position is simple. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Our regulatory system does a great job now, and it doesn't stress our courts and turn them into something they're not, policymakers.
Have you finished?
I hope so.
Okay, so let's do this, 2 minutes each, and then I have a whole bunch of questions I want to ask both of you. So, Maya, would you like to respond to Alex?
Sure.
I'm sorry.
So the problem is, it is broken. If you go across New Jersey, there are many, many communities, particularly frontline environmental justice communities, that are suffering devastating harm from hazardous contamination in the air, in the water, in their bodies. There are kids who are attending school in Camden whose capacity to learn is being harmed because of the exposure to neurotoxicants that are being allowed to be released into the air by industrial operations all around them under existing New Jersey state law. So it is broken. For many communities, it is broken, and it does need to be fixed. Now, the thing is, this idea that, the legislators, it's all up to the legislators to decide. In the first instance, it's all about the legislators and the regulators. Actually, that's not true. In the first instance, it's all about the people. And that is what the New Jersey State Constitution is. It is we, the people, telling our government officials what are the inalienable, indefeasible, inherent human rights that we, the people, reserve unto ourselves to be protected from government infringement. And now the people of New Jersey are asking you, as their government officials, to give them the opportunity to add environmental rights to the Declaration of Rights section of their state constitution. So the people of New Jersey can give the legislators of New Jersey the appropriate guidance on how to address environmental protection, environmental rights, and natural resources protection for present and future generations. It's about the people first, and that's what this process is about. It's not about lawyers trying to misappropriate money or dollars or the process, right? And I think it's so sad to think that, to characterize that we have all these ill-meaning judges and lawyers in New Jersey just wanting to run out and wreak havoc. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about we, the people, having an opportunity.